Thank you. Exposure on one of the biggest stages in the nation. A billboard campaign in Times Square is using the shock factor to draw attention to an alleged hate group.
Now, this group being targeted has its headquarters in Scottsdale, and they say the campaign is misleading. Team 12's Joe Dana verifies for us who is behind the campaign.
It definitely gets your attention using this offensive phrase in bold letters there on a massive electronic billboard in Times Square. The campaign is actually by a group that promotes equal rights called Citizens for Transparency, but the group itself is not very transparent.
Let's start with the billboard. Underneath the offensive phrase, a declaration: Stop Alliance Defending Freedom. The suggestion here is that group promotes an anti-gay agenda. So just who is the Alliance Defending Freedom? It's a conservative nonprofit connected to thousands of attorneys worldwide, and its headquarters just happen to be at this Scottsdale office complex. The ADF has taken on legal battles advocating for college campus free speech, fair treatment of churches by government, restricting gay parents' rights to adopt, and transgender individuals' rights to identify by the opposite sex. In a recent high-profile case, the ADF represented the Colorado baker who refused to create a wedding cake for a gay couple, citing his religious beliefs. The Alliance tells 12 News the Times Square campaign and its corresponding digital ads amount to an attack from an anonymous group that copies and pastes false claims. The ADF saying ADF has sought legal victories that protect First Amendment freedoms for all Americans. So who's behind the billboard, and are they really anonymous? 12 News can verify the group calls itself Citizens for Transparency, but it is not very transparent itself. There is no website and no easily available contact information. A spokesperson did speak with NBC, saying they are a nonprofit funded by a group of concerned queer folks that want to fight back against ADF and what they're doing.
Now, for those who may argue the billboard is an unfair, even slanderous attack on the Alliance Defending Freedom, we checked with a First Amendment attorney. He said it would be tough to make a case in court because this kind of ad would fall under political speech, and this is not the first time groups have accused the ADF of discrimination.